right in the heart with a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on me. Don't bite these feet when they enter the L.A.R. I feel a cold stare. Think I ain't looking. Maybe because I'm focused. No hands out for the hopeless. Funny bullets, I caught them shots. Another piece of the puzzle connecting dots. You can find the truth of that in liquor. One more shot to an empty bottle. Then she gon' walk there like a model for me. Like I don't see her intentions all in my scope. At a time we were just friends with advice to land. Nothing special, I was dead broke, but we still got hope. Don't put my words, just back and issue that raw dough. Just back and issue that raw dough. Back and issue that raw dough. To the people that listen to my people, they know that I do care. With their hands in the air, rocking side to side. Now my work, yeah, it's time to ride. Where my niggas at? My niggas ain't my niggas no more. Push me to the back, label to change up his swag. I do it for us, I'm pro-black. Don't rock it the sheet get, wouldn't be so all type of African shit. Just rock a table page, swagger tailor-made. Polo collars and fly kicks. Just polo collars and fly kicks. Exclusive shit, not get wig. Keep it coming, just don't stop. The revolution starts with a shot. Bang.
I'm respectful to my people, and I want to represent my people. And I don't want to be a bad representative. I can't be blind, because the blind lead the blind, they all follow you this.
Now my mama said, baby, act like you got sense. They act like I only act right for Lent. Been living in purgatory, but I'm nosing for heaven. Not sure if I'm getting in, cause I ain't paid a reference. Who looking at me when I ain't looking, judging my character? I can't put down my guard on this planet, packing the camera. Ready for my close-up, the lens gets bigger. Won't play me on BET, cause I am not a nigga. My heart is like a powder keg, ready to explode. Smell like strange food, cause I'm America's cologne. It started with the hello, think you're a nice fellow. You're ballin' like Carmelo, you treat you like a fellow. L.A.R. we the stars, turn a rapper to a prophet. Bulletproof 306, keep your hands in your pocket. Jordan rules for my life, you contain them, can't stop them. I'm niggas sky high, so the clouds can't drop them. My life is like a miracle, my words are just superior. I'm edible, I'm audible, I'm digital, I'm visual. Spit like Komodo, go like Bruce Lee, Roy B, and the mean as bad as Mofo in the dojo. Life is so amazing and raps like Jesus. They said hip hop is dead, but today look like Easter.
Now I wake up in the morning, I'm black and handsome as ever. However, you see me as strange fruit, will it ever happen, not again. A crook and just a homicide, he know it's self-defense. But since I'm black and since he white, he got no common sense. That's 1969, and he ain't Jesus Christ. He ain't coming back on Easter, he ain't got a second life. You know I'm right? Hold up, look. Now the sirens in my window here, pull it over. License and registration, gun ain't never in the holster. Plus, that man black too, he wanna act too. A nigga with an attitude and a badge too. A couple tattoos, hoping I act a fool so he can squeeze too. But it ain't nothing different, they the same thing. They pull him over, he gon' get the same thing. Maybe two up in his brain, 21 gun salute. Last words was I'm a copy, last heard fuck you. And he ain't coming back, you know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, y'all say goodbye. Everybody cry, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, everybody cry. Y'all say goodbye, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone. And now she on welfare. Lost here, daddy can't live there. So we ain't there, and life ain't fair. But the food free, and the rent cheap. His roaches where you sleep. He still came around and taught you baseball. Bought a Barbie doll, he raised all of y'all. And now the kids adults, they both up in the court. She want that child support, he on that child support. But he ain't never taught him baseball, and she ain't never bought him Barbie dolls. They both never there, no, never, not at all. Saying, well, pull your pants up, girl, why your ass out? They looking back saying, why, y'all ain't ever in the house? You got it backwards, don't you? I'm sorry, cause we still preaching unity. And it's supposed to be family first in community. Got in church to $1 for your blessing. We made in God's image, thinking with Saint's mind. They got us crossed up, now Judas and Caesar. America bury me, but I ain't coming back for Easter. Yeah, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for Easter, y'all say goodbye. Everybody cry, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, they know I'm black like Jesus. But I ain't coming back for each and everybody cry. Y'all say goodbye, second line. But when the music stop, move on. Cause I ain't coming home, I'm gone.
So what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement, still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, it's alive or whatever. I've been up today, so you gotta excuse me on that. So here's the point. In the thumbnail you see supposedly is the mother that was in the video that tried to expose her child's father for buying his kid some food and not the rest of her other 3 kids. So basically this young lady doubled down on it. She said, hey, yeah, he knew when he got me, he met me, I had 3 kids, and guess what? It's his fault. Basically like what y'all think I'm wrong? I'm not wrong. And then I just sat down and I was like, you know what? I got time because I'm off today. I see Bernard Riley's going live in a few minutes, so my apologies about that. So what happened was I was like, you know what? Let me ask the real question. Do you think these single mothers teach morals? Do you actually think these women teach good morals? Do you think their kids have a good sense of what life is supposed to be? Because when you're talking to people and you have all these complaints about, we all had these complaints about this younger generation and how the youth is, lazy, how the youth is entitled, how the youth is criminal minded, how the youth will try to lie and manipulate their way in and out of everything. And truth be told, we don't want to say they just acting like their mama. That's just basically what it is. They're acting like their mama. And for so many years, we've talked about this over and over again, where, a lot of these single mothers have been coddled by the family courts and by the judicial system and by the police. So guess what they're creating? Kids who think they can do all of these things. This is why, you bring up what's wrong with these kids and why these kids acting like that is because at the end of the day, this is what they're taught at home. This is the belief system that they're taught. This is the problem. They're taught that all of this is decent, good behavior. It's okay. It's yes, it's absolutely, fine to lie. When you're looking at the young ladies, this idea that, on one end they're a feminist and on the other end they're a prostitute. Where did you think they learned that double-minded, it's really not a double-minded mindset, but then at the same time, they're a strong, educated, independent woman who's, morally upstanding and right. And it's like, they learn that at home because who were they raised by? Their mom. And if you notice when people like to talk about toxic and narcissism and this, that, and the third, the only person you walking on eggshells with are mothers. It's just hard to say mothers are toxic. It's just hard to say mothers are narcissistic. It's just so hard. It's just too hard for folks. And it's like, nah, where are these kids learning these bad behaviors? Where are they learning this from? All these, when they say the boys are overly emotional and they sitting here getting mad at the dumbest or slightest of things, and they're taking that over emotionalism into what? Criminality. You see what I'm saying? Or just getting into unnecessary trouble that didn't even exist. All the gossip girl type of behavior. You're like the boys aren't acting like boys as much anymore. Boys are wearing bonnets and boys are trying to, do their hair and shake their hair and feel good about themselves because of their hair. Is that good morals? To have boys be concerned about their looks? This Willie Lynch type of thing where the boys are becoming mama's boys and pretty boys and basically girls, and the girls are supposed to be diet men, because I'm just as tired of seeing these young ladies running around here talking like they do. Bro, my bro, what's going on, bro? Da, 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 da. It's like, here we go again. Here we go again. Where did you learn these bad morals? From your mom. And it's sad because it's always been the elephant in the room. It's becoming a mainstay as the elephant in the room. It's becoming a mainstay. It's becoming what is. If a kid is bad, it's probably they were probably raised by their mom. See, it went to the other end of the spectrum. Like if a kid don't have manners, it's probably because they were raised by their mom. If a kid is trying to be a scam artist, it's probably because they were raised by their mom. Now, I'm all for presenting yourself the best you can in public. So the young ladies in the picture, well, in the thumbnail, she went on a TikTok and doubled down or whatever. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, so let me get this right. You tried to expose your quote unquote baby daddy. You made yourself look bad, and now you feel like people are bashing you. So you came to explain yourself and you double down, but you got a weave on, makeup, eyelashes, and your nails done. But all your kids ain't eating. This is why you got to ask the question, do baby mamas teach good morals? Because if you had good morals, you would have dumbed down some of those things to get food. Miss, I ain't got no more food stamps. So it's like, okay, so what are these kids gonna learn? And a lot of times the entitlement is what these kids learn, because these kids don't wind up learning entitlement because these mothers expect somebody always to come along and fix it and spend their money to fix it and do something that they want to be done to fix it. And then it becomes a dumb problem, because now these kids are like, oh, you owe me. These kids have a you owe me mentality with people that don't even know them. Where did they learn that from? Home. When you're thinking about the school and why the kids aren't really into education, like we say, because education is not a mainstay, because the kids think, hey, you know what? I could be a rapper. I could be a singer. Or I could be a stripper. Or I'm so cute, somebody gonna take care of me. Where did they learn that ideology from? Home. They don't even want to stand on their own 2 feet. They want to kick it. They want to party. They want to go have brunch. They want to smoke. They want to drink. They want to do everything except take care of themselves and become an adult and actually live a productive life and a productive lifestyle. Where did they get that from? Home. So do baby mamas teach good morals? A lot of them don't. And a lot of us people who were raised by single mothers, depending on the age, I'm gonna tell you, the reason some of us don't like our quote unquote fathers is because our fathers have to work. They work a job, they work time and a half, they work overtime. They're always working. And guess what? We were taught that, hey man, he's a bad man, he's wrong, he's evil, he don't care about you, da 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 da. But who do you see working more? Your deadbeat father or your mother who's struggling so hard to take care of you, but you really don't hardly see her working? She always got time to struggle, but she never have time to work. So guess what you become? A person who always have time to struggle, but don't have time to work. You become that very thing. So now we're going to play this game. And the game is, there used to be a time back in the day where people used to have good morals and that'll be passed down. Your grandparents would take you to church and let you, get some type of understanding of principles and integrity and honor. Who's teaching principles, integrity, and honor nowadays? As a matter of fact, we're teaching the opposite. And a lot of these mothers are teaching the opposite. Because what happens when you get away with BS for so long, you think it's normal. So now your normal BS, because you've been getting away with it for so long, is normal to you, and you teach it to the kids, and the kids think it's normal. Now the kids can go everywhere and talk crazy to their teacher, and talk crazy to their other students, and talk crazy to people in public, and act the fool with folks. Be completely disrespectful. This is part of our society where we have this issue where you got all this dumb blinking that people don't understand why. I don't understand. I talked to you crazy. Yeah, I cussed you out. Yeah, I disrespect you. But with all due respect, that wasn't really disrespectful because I said so. Because in my house, this is how we talk. And then when you get slapped in the mouth for how you talk in your house, you're wrong. You got a bunch of these predatory type mouth and mentality people who wind up acting like victims because you talked up a fight. Then you got to fight, and then all you could do is just blink about it. Because let's just be honest, you were taught by your mom you could run your mouth and roll your neck as a boy or a girl, and that just makes you right because you're gonna talk crazy to somebody. You wasn't taught that you might not have your teeth after that conversation. So, is that good morals? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So now we got to play this game over and over and over again with another kid and another kid and another kid and another kid. Because what you see is these kids have no decorum. They go out in public in ways that you wouldn't go out in public. It's to the point where you can go on if your kids are playing sports and they go out on 7-on-7. Do baby mamas teach good morals? No, because why are your kids wearing pajamas? Even out playing sports. Why are your kids out here wearing sleep clothes in public? But never dress like they're going anywhere. So what happens when they really go out? Now you see more people in public doing stupid stuff. Like we used to call that, that used to be project behavior, ghetto behavior, where you going out into the world in clothes that don't make no sense. I don't know what happened to my camera. It's some BS. But I'm still rocking, so it is what it is. As a matter of fact, I'll put my little green screen up. You know what? Because I ain't gonna keep playing with this doggone thing. But what happens is we're dealing with a situation where, and I ain't gonna trip. I'll keep it like this. We're dealing with a situation where you're dealing with people who now, when it's time to actually go out into the world, your kids don't know how to wear a suit. Your kids don't know how to wear slacks. Your kids don't know how to wear dresses. Your kids don't know how to present themselves presentable for any and every occasion that's appropriate. They want to go to school in pajamas. They want to go work out in pajamas. They want to play basketball in Crocs. So you want to go everywhere unprepared completely. And then when you find yourself in a situation where people say, hey man, can't have you here. We can't rock with you right there. You got to actually be take care of yourself. Then it's like, you got to accept me as I am.
And this is what I mean, do baby mamas teach good morals? Because these mothers are teaching these kids that society has to accept them as they are, and society does not have to take you as you are. Society doesn't have to play the take me as I am game. If you don't show up ready with respect and ready to go the way that it's supposed to be, the way you're supposed to handle business with the places you go, screw you. That's what it is. It's flat out screw you. That's what it is. So, and you having people having temper tantrums when they get upset with the idea that how dare y'all not, accept me coming here. Cause I don't mean to disrespect y'all. I just want to be me and be free and all this, all this be me and be free and do what I want to do and say what I want to say and rock how I want to rock, and everybody else stuff is bad morals. Because guess what? These aren't the type of people that's gonna get their own stuff. See, we're talking about people being raised to show up to other people's stuff any kind of way, but while also being taught that you never have to put in work to get your own stuff, because there's going to always be somebody there for you that has stuff. It's like, no, we're not doing this. So do baby mamas teach good morals? I would say no. Because if they did, we wouldn't have these problems. We wouldn't, and what I mean by this is the bad morals start when you see somebody who's a parent and they're dead wrong, and they know they're dead wrong, and they continue to be dead wrong. So what do you think they're teaching these kids? That being dead wrong doesn't matter. This is why people are talking about people being fake and fraudulent and sometimey and suspect, because what you're having is a bunch of these kids being raised by women who think, okay, yeah, I could stab you in the back, but as long as I just disappear and I show up 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now and act like it never happened, we good. But what you see is a society of people like, I don't mess with you, I don't rock with you, we're not good, I don't know you. I see what it is now. It's like, oh, that was a long time ago. Long time ago for who? You got taught that you could do whatever and say whatever and treat people however. Now that's your problem. And then on top of that, do baby moms teach good morals? You can say no, because guess what? If your mother taught you to a bunch of bad behaviors, and then you get older, you become an adult, and you wind up being in the presence of your mother, a lot of you people don't like your mama because of this. Because the same thing you go out into the world doing, and people look at you sideways and treat you, like they should, like because you're a jerk. You look at your mama the same way. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna get there. I appreciate you putting that. And that is a true statement. These baby mamas do not care about morals until a man shows up. I was watching the clip this morning because I got up this morning. I went to work out and pick up the dog and took the dog to the dog park and had to give him a bath or whatever. Only men have responsibility. Only men have morals. Only men have accountability. Only men have to do the right thing. And the problem with that is when you're a baby mama, your daughter will never be a man and your son will never be a man because you can't raise him to be a man. So guess what you're teaching them? Only men will actually have to do real things. You can just be fake for the rest of your life. What's happening? You don't have to be a productive person because, there's going to be some man somewhere that does the right thing. So what are we doing now? What have we become? What have we taught? And now, and here's another thing. Speaking of the R. Kelly thing, right? So I saw the clip of Tasha K talking to R. Kelly's brother, and his brother says, I lied. What's going on? you know, when our Kelly brother says, "Oh, you know what? I lied on my brother. I ain't been around 20 years. I was just mad at him. Now it's for real. Now he going to jail." That's a feminine guy. That's a feminine guy. Yeah, I knew what happened to him. I knew what happened to him, but I was mad at him, so I decided to just pile on and lie about it. And now he's in jail. And they might put him in jail for the rest of his life. Oops, my bad. I'm sorry. Cut it out. Cut it out, because this is what's going on. This is the morality that's being taught from in his past, and it's multiple generations of this. As long it ain't real until you say it's real. You can't see where that you're leading somebody down a path of destruction until they're really all the way there. Like this idea that the morals are bad because you teach people that they don't believe that fat meat greasy. They don't believe ish until ish happened. That does not make sense whatsoever. So now, when y'all talk about these young men out here in the streets getting killed, they have that same mentality. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I ain't gonna believe unless I get shot. I ain't gonna believe I'm gonna get shot. Unless I get locked up, I ain't believing I'm gonna get locked up. I'm gonna just do whatever. And people are like, you have no common sense. Who told you could just move around in the world in a negative way with no consequence and nothing's gonna happen because you say so? You're gonna speak into existence that nothing happens to you while you're doing dirt. You're gonna manifest walking off into the sunset because you said so, because you're out here doing dirt. That is the dumbest idea that you can come. That's one of the dumbest ideas you could come up with. But a lot of these people, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, go back to the thought, well, shoot, I see my mama getting away with all kinds of stuff all the time, so ain't nothing happen to her, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Yeah, I seen my mama lie to the police. I seen my mama lie in court. I seen my mama lie to the judge. I seen my mama get caught red-handed by the cops and the judge, and ain't nothing happened to her, so can't nothing happen to me. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the same type of stuff. I just want to do what I want to do my way. And then the kids wind up getting a book thrown at them, and they're trying to figure it out. Because how come I'm in trouble and my mama not in trouble? Well, because it's not that it's because you're not a mother. You're a child. See, if you're a child or a father, you don't get the same leeway as a mother. I brought that up earlier, Shug. I really brought that exactly. When you can't feed your kids on food stamps and it's somebody else's fault, that's bad morals. That's bad morals. When the government's giving you money to feed your kids and you still can't feed your kids and you still using somebody else to feed your kids, that's bad morals. But you can get your hair done. That's our issue in the community with all this overly fashionable stuff. You got young adults running around here with designer belt buckles and handbags, and maybe a shoe here, a shirt there, maybe a dress here, some shades here, and that's what's supposed to make you feel important. But you have no skills in life. Look at me in some designer shades. Ooh, congratulations. Am I supposed to give you a pat on the back? What am I supposed to give you? A trophy because you got a Louis Vuitton belt buckle, a Gucci belt buckle? Like, ooh, my God, what is that? Ooh, is that Ferragamo? Ooh, is that Balenciaga? Ooh, what you are killing it out here. This is bad morals. It's constantly teaching bad morals. You can't dress up for a job interview, but you could dress up to go out to a party. You can't dress up to get an education, but you could dress up to go out to a bar. You can't dress up to look presentable when you go to a public, grocery store, Walmart, but you could, or even the mall. But you could dress up for a pool party. You got to be kidding me. And I'm gonna take this somewhere when I say this. And I'm 30 minutes in, yo. You know what? I'm off, so I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anybody want to say something. Real talk, but I've been getting trolled, so I'm gonna wait it out a little bit. If because this lack of morality is a problem. Because I was looking at Kendrick G, her clip with the lady in D.C. who, for some odd reason, she was like, oh, I want a tall, dark-skinned man to help take care of me and my kids. That's a lack of morality. That's a lack of like you can't tell me you when you're a baby mama and you out here, you have a kid or kids, and you expect somebody else to come and take care of your kids and teach your kids how a woman is supposed to be treated. Teach your daughter how a woman is supposed to be treated. So, by how they treat you, and teach your son how you're supposed to treat a woman by how they treat you. But here's the kicker. You ain't teaching your kids how to treat nobody right. Because all you're doing is you're using being a single mother as a selfish pass. I need you, be an example. Let me get treated well or get treated a certain. I need the world to treat me greatly in front of my kids, to say this is what I deserve, even though I make a bunch of bad decisions. So I want my kids to know, when they make a bad decision, there's somebody that's supposed to treat them well and treat their kids well. You're using your kids as a scapegoat to get the type of treatment you don't deserve. That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And that's the sad part, fam. I'm a firm believer that, I think these people know what morals are, because see, and it's just a male perspective. If you a liar, that means I know you know what the truth is. If you act like you don't have sense, that means I know you know what having sense is. If you are disrespectful, that means you know what respectful is, because you the opposite, because that's what you like to do. You know what you ain't just on autopilot, not knowing out of ignorance. What it is that's what you choose. And usually people choose stuff like that for selfish reasons. So now you got people thinking it's normal, because I got to have this conversation about the mental issues in this society, and the anxiety, and I'm nervous. A lot of this stuff comes from you were taught bad morals at home, and you don't want to deal with the consequences of having bad morals in public. See, a lot of people have become socially awkward because, like what I was alluding to earlier, if you're a liar, and you because you a liar, now you have anxiety, and now you're socially awkward because you don't want to cross paths with the people you lied to. Now you got anxiety issues. Now you're going through something. No, what you're going through is you scared that somebody gonna put their foot up your behind. You scared that somebody gonna crack you upside the head. So now you're nervous. That's what this is. Do single mothers or baby mamas teach good morals? No, because what you're seeing is people teaching dysfunction and they smiling at it. You're seeing people constantly teach dysfunctional behavior and smile. They're like, hey, yay, I did all. I'm having a great time doing this. I'm having a great time lying. I'm having a great time using people. I'm having a great time stealing from people. Yeah, I love this. This is the life I love. This is my life. This is how it's supposed to be. And then when it all falls down, all of a sudden they're having a mental breakdown. It don't even make no sense. And that's part of the issue. That's when you know you're being taught bad morals, when you only know something is wrong when it's done to you. When you're doing it to other people, you act like you're a serial killer. You just I don't see the problem. But when it's done to you, you screaming to the high heavens on the pulpit. You know, I don't understand how. And well, we in America, so I do understand how you can have the belief that you can totally stab somebody in the back and then pray to Jesus about, getting done wrong. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Because what's more important? Looks are more important than anything right now. It's a problem. Looks are important. I want to look good. You want to be a show horse. You don't want to be a workhorse. This is where we're at in society. We're teaching people, and not even to look the part. We're not even telling people to look the part. We're just telling people to look good for no reason whatsoever. Just look good and be stupid. Basically, a lot of these baby mamas are teaching their kids to be bimbos. And you wonder why sex is so important right now. Because sex is all people have to bank on, because, they weren't taught to have any integrity, any morals, any work ethic, any skills, because you don't need that. As long as you can make somebody have an orgasm, you're gonna be straight in life. And the sad part about it is, the kids are so stupid that you're learning this lesson, whether consciously or subconsciously, whether verbal or non-verbal. You're learning these lessons from your parents, and their life suck. They're not even winning with the idea that they have about what to do in life. They're not even winning with that. But they'll tell you something different. And to me, it's like, it's dumb. And it's gonna stay dumb. And now what you're seeing is a bunch of people who are having a hard time living life. People are having a very hard time, because to survive as an adult, you have to have an actual code of conduct. You have to actually have morals. You have to actually have ethics. You have to have good character. You have to have integrity. And one of the main things that's not being taught is commitment and consistency. Do you think these quote unquote baby mamas, do you think they're teaching commitment? Absolutely not. They're not committed to anything but getting over. Do you think they're teaching consistency? Absolutely not. A lot of these folks quit. They've quit a lot of things. The minute they feel a little adversity, the minute they feel like a little discomfort, they quit. They walk away. And that includes the walking away from their own kids. So at the end of the day, it's a bunch of rhetoric. It's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of jargon, just unnecessary, stupid jargon. Because if you can get, if multiple people can tell you you're wrong and you still get on social media and act like you're right, that means you have a lack of self-awareness or accountability, and more so, you're as delusional as they come. Because you don't want to answer the number one question. Why are you asking somebody to feed all of your kids? And this is what I mean about this thing. And I don't like people who do this, by the way. This young Thundercat chick got mad because she asked him to bring food, and in her mind, she felt like, and she thought that he should bring food for everybody. She didn't ask him to bring food for everybody. She just said he should because I say so in my mind. Really? Really? Yeah, I'll tell you what I want. Beefcake. So you mad because he's not on your same mental page, because let's get it right. He should do the right thing in your mind that you say. But here's the problem: you ain't never did it. A person like that, do you think they actually? She's not the type of person that does the right thing mentally. If she was in that scenario, she wouldn't be buying food for 4 kids, because she's not that person. She wants it done for her, but she's not the kind of person to do it, and she damn sure not the kind of person that to do it without you asking. And she probably gonna tell you no if you ask. So to expect all of these good morals, she's asking far more than who she probably is. So what are her kids gonna wind up doing? Asking for far more than they probably are. This is why you see these people spazzing out with the what are you bringing to the table types conversation, or can you submit, or what kind of person are you? Can you even cooperate with another human being? This is what you see all these people spazzing out about, because they can't. That's a problem. And it's bad morals, because she did expose something about her. She did expose herself to other baby daddies, though. She did. She very much so did, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Maybe he's the food baby daddy. Who was the clothes baby daddy? Who was the shoe baby daddy? Who was the Similac baby daddy? See what I'm saying? Who was the baby daddy that brought supplies? Who was the baby daddy that fixed stuff? People don't want to say she probably didn't burn bridges with 3 or 4 different guys. Except the first guy is the first guy. But once you got the second, third, or maybe, and that dude possibly is the fourth, don't think she didn't run that game of you got to do this for me, and you got to do that for me, and you got to do this for me, and da. Don't think she didn't run that game. And these kids start learning that, like, if I tell people a half truth, because where you seeing all this omission, lying by omission, and all these half truths, and people trying to finesse people, that's all single mother culture. I know people don't want to hear it now, but that's all baby mama culture. To tell somebody enough information to get them emotionally invested, and then you help them, and then you come to find out they ain't need the help in the first place. They just did that because they didn't want to pay for something. I didn't want to pay for this, so if I made you feel sorry for me, you help me, so I keep my money and I get to keep this. This is the problem too, Sharp. Can he get his kids from that? Nope. Because the court system is, I need to see more. This is it. She didn't abuse the child. She wasn't neglecting the child. She just wanted you to help her with the other children. Like, the court system are simps for money. Because the court system don't care about her no way. But the court like, nah, if I give these kids how I'm gonna get money out of a woman who on child support, how I'm gonna get child support money out of a woman who on food stamps and who don't even use the food stamps properly. I'd rather go with the guy who's actually responsible and comes through. This is where we at. And it's problematic, but it is what it is. People got to deal with it. Now, another thing that bothers me about this type of stuff is when I say, who's teaching them where the good morals at? They had the video recently, well, it was Facebook or TikTok the mother was sleeping with the daughter's baby daddy, and she had a man. So this is all in the same week span. We got a mother sleeping with her daughter's baby daddy. That's great parenting. We got a mother you know, how can I say this? Living a lie because her baby daddy found out he wasn't the baby daddy because he took a DNA test, and she tried to move on from that subject, like, but that baby love you and you love that baby type thing. And you got a mother who asks for food and the guy brings food and she spazzes out and thinks she's right. So out of these type of people, which one of these people can teach somebody to be a good human being? Which one of those mothering types or archetypes you think is going to teach you how to be a good human being? And this is why people don't want to deal with this concept sometimes. This is also why we're so fluid with everything. Like everything can just be anything. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a situation. You need to take care of this and take care of that. And what I'm saying right now sounds like absolutely nothing. Because it's absolutely nothing. Like guys hear black and white stuff. Either you're going to get something done or you're not. You know, either you're right or you're wrong. This is why you have this, you know, nobody can be right and nobody can be wrong as long as it's you that's not right or not wrong. But it could be right and wrong for somebody else. You know, I'm going to get off here in a second, so don't even sweat it. Because Bernard Riley is on, and I ain't gonna hold that up because I didn't know Bernard was going live. I double checked to see if he was to not go live. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Palmer went at 8, so you know I'm gonna shut it down in a second. As a matter of fact, you know it's about 45 minutes in, anyways. You know, so yeah, I shut this thing down. But all of this talk is just talk. It's just talk. You damn right. It's mandatory testing. But let me get up out of here, y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.
It looks like a job for Superman.
Do this,
Spoken from the lips of the young or the old, fear of me.
Yeah. Gotta put it all in.
And they are Superman.
All the way. I guess I'm taking off the cake through the glasses in the trash. Being super is great, saving y'all is such a drag. Even God took a break. Me, I ain't coming back. I got one life to live. If you don't like it, that's your ass. Cause nobody saved me. Plus when I walk, I'm just a peon. I could use somebody just like I'm the Kings of Leon. This world is cold as ice, mixed with salt, mixed with Freon. They got me pissed off, but that's better than being peed on. For eons, human beings took kindness for weakness. When you constipated, you start to appreciate shit. Put before you life and death, and you just gotta choose. The kryptonite life means you still follow the rules. If your credit's messed up or your bills ain't paid, then it's getting disconnected. Can't nobody say the day. And I can fly, leave a building in a single bound, but I can't stand fair weather friends, and I just fly around. My super friends in Justice League, only folk I kick it with. Kill Lex Luthor, so what? We had to finish it. Kids play games and adults play for keeps. And me, I play to win, but I ain't playing in these streets. And life is not a joke, then again it ain't this serious. Superman can say the day, but God can say the Superman. Saga of the kryptonite, life just ended. You enjoy listening? Man, I finished it. Lois, come holler at me. I got an ice couch. Thank you. Coming out, listen. I knew you would like it because we made it. I'm so frigid and so fly.